So we brought you the news yesterday of Peiman Maheripourehir. Unfortunately, he's unable to compete at World's Strongest Man this year. The World's team have announced his replacement.
So Peiman's replacement has been announced as Manuel Angulo, a 44-year-old master competitor from Chile. Now he is the first competitor to come from Chile, possibly the first from South America. Are you okay down there?
Look, Manuel, this is nothing personal against you. If you get offered an opportunity, you take it. But this isn't the right person to be getting invited to World's Strongest Man. The thing we tell people now is if they want to get to World's Strongest Man, and if you want to prove yourself across the world, go to OSG. Go and qualify for OSG, compete there, you win that, you get an invite to Giants Live, leads to World's Strongest Man. Manuel, he's a decent strongman, okay? He came 13th at the Masters show.
Yeah.
We'll go through his results. But there are so many great athletes that competed in the open show at OSG, which were really high class, really good international level athletes. I retired from pro level strongman because I didn't think I was good enough to challenge to win the title anymore, but also I wanted to give the younger up and coming guys that spot. I wanted to see guys that are on their way up and could be big names in the sport get that opportunity rather than the likes of me or Terry Hollands or whoever it might be taking up a space when we're past our best. So for me to see Manuel as the replacement, it's a little bit disappointing when I know there's so many great athletes out there that have been working their backsides off to get an opportunity. Now I know we can talk about the way World's Strongest Man is run, the qualifying system. I've been so positive about Worlds this year and I'm genuinely super excited to watch the show. But this for me is disappointing. I think it's great that we've got a South American representative, but even then, there's better guys to choose from that have competed and proven themselves. Yeah. The only international show that Manuel has done is OSG Masters, and he placed 13th. I can't sit here as a former athlete that's been in this position before when I was quite honestly better than some people that were getting invites to bigger shows. I know there's going to be a lot of upset athletes out there, and I've got to stand up for them, and I've got to try and help this sport move forwards so that the best athletes are getting the opportunities to qualify for the big shows.
So let's break this all down into manageable chunks then.
I need it.
Yeah, let's first look at the reasons why Manuel might have been invited. So I said yesterday in the Peiman video, there are reserves for different scenarios. There's a USA reserve, a UK reserve, and rest of the world reserves. I know it boils down to travel restrictions and who already has visas, how can they simplify things, because for people traveling outside of an area where you can get an ESTA, like a waiver on the waiver program, they apply for proper visas for people to come over. It's something to do with that. I agree with you though. I think even still, the fans would rather see a more deserving American or whoever come across than there's representation for the sake of representation.
I totally get that, and I know Manuel lives in America, so it's an easier in terms of getting him into the competition. But you've got the likes of Johnny Hansen, Marcus Evgensen won Sweden's Strongest Man. You've got like the winner of Poland's Strongest Man. You've got athletes that have competed in Giants Lives that aren't getting opportunities, but they've proven themselves to be of that level. This to me very much seems like let's make sure South America is represented. And maybe what we need is a proper qualifier in South America, a proper qualifier in Africa, Australasia, Asia, wherever it might be, so that we can get the absolute best from those regions if we're going to do that. So I don't want to pick on Manuel. I've seen so many people given opportunities, and you would be a fool to turn it down. Yeah. And I hope, Manuel, go and prove me wrong. Go to World's Strongest Man and smash it and do the absolute best. Enjoy every second of it. This is more to do with the greater picture of how we can grow this. It's a TV show, but it's developed into a sport from a TV
though,
show.
yeah.
And there's people that put their life, and so I put 20 years of my life into this. So it's why I'm so passionate about it.
Yeah.
And I do apologise to Manuel because it's nothing personal,
No.
but I want to see fair representation of the best guys competing. The guys, I mean, I know how hard it is to get there. We don't want to be giving someone like me a spot just because I've got, you know, a history and a following. We want to see the best guys and develop new athletes, new superstars that are going to make this sport even bigger. That's what I'm trying to do, and that's why I'm so passionate about these things.
So when they announced it on their social media yesterday, I thought, oh, here we go, as I delved into the comments. And I do feel bad for Manuel because it was exactly kind of what you'd expect to see.
Yeah.
So there were some people from South America who were really happy. There were some who were not happy. No, this isn't the best that we have to offer. You should have invited our strongest guy. You know, we want to be represented better. Then there were some athletes commenting on there as well. And it's awkward.
This is why things do need to change.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to slate World's Strongest Man because I've seen lots of improvements over the years. Things were a lot worse when I first started doing World's Strongest Man, and the improvements have been great. And I've been so thankful for the newer guys to see that. Treatment's better. You know, we're seeing great improvements in the interaction on social media now has been fantastic. They've worked with us, which is really good, and they're kind of reaching out to the fans, which is so cool.
Yeah.
But this is something that can be fixed. We just need to make sure these things are done earlier. I appreciate now it's too late to sort out visas and stuff like that. But if we plan a year in advance and make Strongman a big yearly competition rather than it's a TV show put into a slot at a certain time frame.
Yeah.
You know, there's people that are working, the Giants Live team, working year round to make this sport bigger. The Arnold's teams, you know, worse. There's all these kind of organisations trying to make the sport as big as possible. World's Strongest Man is the pinnacle. Let's take it to the next level. That's what I want to see, and that's why I get so
excited.
Yeah. I'm not angry. I'm just animated, and you know, I just want it to be better.
So we were going to talk about his competition results, as we have with anyone else who's stepped into from a reserve into a position. It is difficult because obviously the only results that we have is his master's place at OSG.
I like to go off what people have done in high level competitions that only show that Manuel has competed of a high level is the OSG Masters.
So he didn't get into the finals, which means it's not on the Strongman archives or anything like that. But we do have the results from the data guy there, Eloa. So he would have done 4 events. The log lift, which was 147 for reps, he zeroed.
Yeah, and 147, I mean, someone like Mark Felix is not great at that, but he's got, then Mark has events that he's really, really good at. So if Manuel then goes and wins a grip event or wins a deadlift, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But yeah, zeroing a 147 kilo log at World's Strongest Man level is not, you know, that's not World's Strongest Man level.
It's not going to get you anywhere, no. There was a car walk. It was like 407, 408 kilos. I don't remember how long the course was.
Probably around 20 metres, something
Okay, he did it in about 28 seconds.
Okay.
There was the medley that he did in just under 60 seconds, and there was also the deadlift ladder, 5 implements. Now, this is an event that is at World's Strongest Man, but obviously the weight range is different. I think the top weight that they did was 345 kilos, and he did do all 5 there.
Yeah, which isn't bad, to be honest. You know, 340 on its own isn't so good at that kind of level.
No.
But 340 at the end of a medley is pretty decent. So I'd probably say his deadlift is around 370, 380 mark, which is good. That's a good solid lift, but he's not going to go there and win the deadlift with that kind of deadlift. So there's no event there that I feel he's going to be a threat to any of the guys competing.
We just don't know. We don't have any history, do we? Or any point of reference.
I genuinely hope he proves me wrong.
Yeah, of course.
Like, it's never personal when I get animated about things like this. No. But I know there's going to be athletes screaming at their screens, seeing these, you know, posts yesterday. I know a lot of them. I know what they're all capable of. So I just feel for those guys. That's all it is. Anyway, Manuel is the replacement for Peiman. Let's keep our fingers crossed that we do not lose any more athletes. No. Because I am excited. World's Strongest Man this year, the lineup is stacked. We've got some incredible athletes from all over the world. It's going to be an amazing competition. Make sure you keep following Big Loz Official for all the World's Strongest Man action, and we'll catch you guys next time.